No narcissist will destroy an empath automatically. And likewise, a awakened empath does not automatically become more dangerous than a narcissist by default. These are two extremes of the same fairy tale, where either the empath is an all-powerful avenger, or the narcissist is an invincible predator, while reality is much more mundane and useful. Why the idea that empath is more dangerous than narcissist sounds sweet, but is harmful. The formula, an awakened empath is scarier than any narcissist, beautifully feeds a tired person. You're not a victim, you're a hidden weapon, you just need to wake up, and the narcissist will collapse. The problem is what lies behind it. Responsibility is substituted. Instead of working with trauma, fantasy of future revenge. Toxic behavior is normalized. I'm not harsh, I'm just a dangerous empath. The line between self-defense and retaliatory violence is blurred. An empath who has endured gaslighting and abuse is not obligated to become either an avenger or a cold killer with a glance. Their task is not to destroy the narcissist, but to stop destroying themselves for the sake of someone else's inner void. If we speak honestly without romanticizing either side, the dynamic is simpler. 1. The narcissist reads empathy as a resource, not as value. Empathicity equals convenience. You can dump guilt, emotions, responsibility on you. The more you feel, the easier it is to manage you if you don't know how to set boundaries. 2. The main technique is to confuse empathy with duty. It hurts you, but you understand. I had it hard. You're empathetic. You have to understand me. Sympathy turns into a hook. If you don't tolerate, you're not that kind/spiritual after all. 3. Gaslighting disguised as, you're too sensitive. Any reaction of yours is devalued. You're making drama. You imagined it all. You're too impressionable. Over time, you stop trusting your perception, not their behavior. 4. Cultivating guilt for your own boundaries. Any no is presented as cruelty. After everything I did for you, I'm lonely, broken, and you're abandoning me. Result, you learn to feel like a bad person every time you choose yourself. 5. Creating the image of a special connection. Only you understand me. You're the only one who sees my vulnerable side. This is not recognition, but a method to lock you in place. They make you the only savior, so leaving equals abandoning a wounded child. In this scheme, the empath is not dangerous. They are vulnerable as long as they believe it's their duty to heal others at their own expense, and also believe that someone else's trauma cancels responsibility for behavior. They are ashamed of their own anger and fatigue instead of seeing them as a signal that boundaries are violated. Why the dangerous fairy tale about the great awakening of the empath is a trap. Supposedly, the empath perfectly sees all the pain points of the narcissist as if they can destroy their ego with one phrase. They become a ruthless mirror from which the narcissist goes mad, and their cold indifference is presented as the pinnacle of strength. It sounds beautiful. But in essence, this is idealization of the victim role. I'm the one who saw everything, knew everything, and in the end will become stronger than all. Its hidden revenge served as spiritual growth. There's a substitution of inner work for recovery through warlike relationships. The problem is that any war with a narcissist is a continuation of the bond. You're still living by their reactions, not your own life. But when does the empath really stop being a convenient victim? The real strength of the empath is not in precisely striking the narcissist's trauma, but in something else. 1. Allow yourself anger and fatigue without feeling like I've become a monster. Anger in response to violence is a normal reaction, not a dark side. It's a signal. I'm being treated badly. This can't go on. 2. Untie empathy from rescuing. I can understand where your trauma comes from, but that doesn't make your humiliation, manipulations, and lack of responsibility normal. I'm not a therapist for my partner or parent. 3. Feel the difference between I'm defending myself and I'm retaliating the same way. Defense is leaving the relationship, stopping justifications, stopping explaining the obvious, and feeding dialogues without request. Retaliatory violence is playing, now I'll hurt you more precisely. Inside, it leaves the same void, just yours now. 4. Redirect energy not to destroying the narcissist, but to restoring yourself. All that attention that used to go to analyzing their moods, traumas, childhood can be turned to therapy, boundary rebuilding, normal relationships where empathy is mutual, not one-sided. Here the empath really stops being a convenient target, and the narcissist loses power, not because they were masterfully finished off, but because the ground was taken away. No access to guilt, shame, endless explanations. Yes, there is a condition under which the narcissist can really tear an empathetic person to pieces. If the empath puts someone else's trauma above their own boundaries, if they believe love means tolerating everything, if they think being good means never getting angry and never leaving, if they are ashamed of their negative feelings and suppress them until complete burnout, then the consequences are predictable. Chronic fatigue, feeling like I am worth nothing, shame for any no, mess in the head, home, body, because all energy goes to surviving in the system. This is not karma or narcissist's power. This is a combination of someone else's aggression and your unprotected places. What psychological techniques of the narcissist are especially dangerous precisely for the empath? If boiled down to the essence, the narcissist has several key buttons they press specifically on empathetic people. 1. Appeal to conscience. You're not like everyone else, you understand. Technique, make refusal look like cruelty. 2. Substitution of cause and effect. I snapped because you provoked me. For an empath used to looking for their share of responsibility, this is a perfect hook. 3. Victimization. I had a terrible childhood. No one loves me. I'll be lost without you. The empath hears this and turns on, I have no right to leave. 4. Mixing praise and devaluation. Today, only you understand me. Tomorrow, you understand nothing. The empath tries even harder to get back the good version of the partner. 5. Using your empathy against you. You honestly tell about your fears and pain points. Later, it becomes a weapon in an argument. It's because of your trauma that you're freaking out. No one can stand you. It's not empath is dangerous, but empath without boundaries is the perfect target. Healthy alternative. Empath who plays neither victim nor avenger. Instead of the scenario, I woke up and became terrifying to the narcissist, you can choose another. I see your trauma, but it doesn't justify your abuse. I can feel sympathy for you and still not stay around. I have the right to anger, disappointment, and leaving. This doesn't make me a narcissist. I'm not obligated to heal or punish. I'm obligated to myself. This means stopping living in a system that destroys me. The narcissist can't handle not a ruthless empath. They can't handle a person who has exited their game, doesn't react to manipulations, doesn't believe fantasies, doesn't take someone else's responsibility, and builds their life further without a trophy in the form of their destroyed ego.